order book of this particular company. So as on 36, since we are talking about Q1, as of 36/2024, we had an order book of 83,000 crores plus. To be precise enough, 83,221 crores. We are talking of the project execution, the top line of 22,000 crores. So roughly we are having the orders for the next 4 years. So we are very comfortable. And regarding the execution part, there are certain reasons because of which there was a decline in the top line as well as in the bottom line. I will take some time, you please bear with me. I will take some of the examples. The project is specific. Let us talk about the first overseas project. We had awarded all the subcontracts. We had mobilized all the resources and the manpower. In fact, today also about 600 manpower is available at work site. But because of the geopolitical situation in Maldives, the project has been slowed down, and it has been slowed down like anything. We had a plan of turnover of around 300 crores during the first quarter, and we could not do even 10% of that. So this was a setback, and this could have resulted into the profit also. So this is one example. Then let me talk about the metro project. So metro projects, the bidding project, let me start with the Indore Metro. We have executed the work. We have got the variations, new items and some claims costing more than 250 crores, which is still pending with the MP Metro authorities. They have approved 38 crores, they have released 21 crores. So what I want to tell you is that this 250 crores, the work has been done, but it has not been reflected in the top line as well as in the bottom line. And if you see the metro projects, this is Indore Metro project to the bidding. There are some other metro projects. Atulji, you must be aware that the first quarter, all the investors who are present, everybody was focused towards the election. See, this quarter was full of the basically news items related to the election. It has also impacted the execution. There are other PSUs and the other companies, they have also shown decline. The reason is that the labor, etc., they have gone back to their places. Once they go back to their places, they come back only after 1 month. So this has impacted the vehicles, etc. They have been taken by the election commission, and everything is on the election board, and focus gets shifted. And I will cite example of Kolkata Metro. There we are executing the projects on nomination basis. See, the permission, etc., because of the election and otherwise, the permissions were not granted, and we had a plan of expenditure of 800 crores plus. In fact, last year's Q1, we had done a turnover of 838 crores, and this Q1 we had done 291 crores. So there was a decline of 65.29%. The clearances, there were 5 major clearances. We have now received 3 major clearances. One major clearance we are likely to get in next 15-20 days. We are now having the permission for the staff, Victoria Station, Park Street Station, and we will try to make it up. See, money is available, everything is available, contractor is available, vendors are available, manpower is available, but because of this, the non-granting of the traffic permission for the various metro projects, because of the election, this affected. We are working in 7 cities. The metros, we are executing in 7 cities, and it had an impact. Then you will have to appreciate one more thing, that the special purpose vehicles, most of the special purpose vehicles have been commissioned, and the execution of the projects have gone down from 173 crores to 60 crores because the scope has got reduced. Then, because of the election, the land acquisition got slowed down. You must be aware because of the basically modern conduct of rules, the check disbursement and the land acquisition got delayed in the first quarter. This affects in many ways. First, we do not get the site. the project do not move forward, and of course then it gets affected ultimately in the top line and the bottom line. Sorry. So the land acquisition got delayed. I can cite few projects where because of the land acquisition, the project did not move forward during the first quarter. So roughly I can tell you that the Q1 there was a difference of around 1400 to 1500 crores, and every quarter Q1 is always a weak number and it keeps on basically increasing in the subsequent quarters. This will again happen in the next 3 quarters, and again I am telling you this was because of the election impact, because of the reasons, geopolitical reasons I had stated, and some of the reasons were beyond our control. But we are aware that yes, someday it is going to be resolved and again it will come on the track. So fund is available, the equipments are available, the manpower is available, but because of the reasons beyond our control, we could not execute it. I have given you some of the examples. Hope you appreciate this, that why the top line and the bottom line has gone down. Here I would like to point out one more thing. Now, if you see the number of tenders which were coming out, in the Q1, the number of bids which was basically we have participated, it was only 57 numbers. Because the tenders were not coming and because of the election, it was getting postponed. So everything got slowed down during this quarter, and I'm 100% sure that in time to come, we are going to have, you'll have to see the long-term perspective. We have already getting transition from Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to Amrit Kal. And by 2047, there is going to be an investment of 25 lakh crores in only railway infrastructure sectors. And RVNL is going to play a big role. And only 2 days back, there was a news in the cabinet. The cabinet had approved 8 railway projects costing around 25,000 crores for a length of 800 kilometers. So things are coming, and once the projects are there, we have got the expertise, we have got the proven track record, and I'm 100% sure that in time to come, we are going to make it up. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for elaborated answer, sir. Sir, apart from Maldives, any other regions which we are facing, geopolitical? For example, Bangladesh, we have quite a figure in Bangladesh. So
let me tell you about Bangladesh. Yeah, we had a plan of participating in tenders worth 2,500 crores. These were LOC projects and the government grant projects. But because of the geopolitical reasons, the tenders may not be coming up in next few months' time. But whenever it comes, we will definitely participate. And it is a temporary problem, and that would have not reflected in our top line and bottom line for this particular financial year.
Right, sir. So last question is on order book, sir. Could you please, sir, give us a bifurcation of order book, like how much it is contributing towards the new line, doubling of lines, and other segments of our businesses?
I do not have the breakup, but I can tell you the total order book, I said 83,221 crores to be precise. In this, the new line is major one. Double line is around 7,500 crores. Gate conversion is almost over. It is around 500 crores. And from the bidding, we have 30,000 crores plus.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shreyans Mehta from Equirus. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. So, sir, first on the Vande Bharat train set, so just wanted to understand what is the current status, what is the order book?
See, the Vande Bharat train sets, you must be aware that the cost of the project is 35,000 crores. And there were some developments which had occurred in the Q1. In May 24, Ministry of Railways issued the direction in change of the scope of the work. Sorry. So the scope was basically number of train sets from 120 to 80. Earlier we had planned with 16 coaches. Now they have asked to go with 24 coaches. And then all train sets to be made 24 coaches and introduction of new coach types like pantry car, sub-pantry in alternate car, then luggage compartment. So there has been some change in the scope by Ministry of Railways, but as far as the number of coaches are concerned, it is same. Now, this particular project, I'll tell you the status of the manufacturing activities. So mock-up is to be approved by ICF. Then interior design and layout shall be frozen. Manufacturing likely to start Latur from November 24, and the manufacturing plant, the Latur factory, which was constructed by RVNL, has been handed over to Kennet Rail Solutions on 28th June 2024 by Central Railway. So the factory which was constructed by RVNL on behalf of Ministry of Railway, that is Central Railway, it has been handed over to Kennet Rail Solutions. And the prototype, the first prototype, we are trying to basically complete it by September 25, within 24 months after the date of the agreement. Second prototype, November 2025, that is 2 months after the first prototype. And for the mock-up, we have given the contract to Mrs. Kineco, Goa, and the final inspection is scheduled this week only, most probably 14th or 16th August. So, hope I have been able to, and the annual production plan is that in first year we will be manufacturing 12 train sets, second year 18 train sets, third year onwards 25 train sets, and we have done an equity infusion of 205 crores in this particular project.
Sure. And so the order value for us is closer to 8,000 odd crores, right?
One more thing which I have forgot to mention, that this particular project has a comprehensive maintenance component for 35 years. For that, 3 depots, one is at Jodhpur, the other is Delhi, Brijwasan, and then third in Bangalore, that is the Thanai Sandra. So they are required to be upgraded. Layouts, etc. have been frozen, and the work is going to start very shortly. Construction agencies, etc., by the railway and by the SPV are there. We are on the job, and we are 100% sure that when the manufacturing is done, by the time all these activities are over for undertaking the comprehensive maintenance.
Sure. And so just to clarify, our share of order is closer to 8,000 odd crores, right, for this?
I have earlier clarified that the contract was awarded to the consortium of JSC MWM. JSC MWM having a share of 70%, RVNL is having a share of 25%, and Locomotive Electronic System is having a share of 5%. And we have incorporated an SPV. The name of the SPV is Kennet Railway Solutions Limited.
Okay.
It was earlier 100% subsidiary of RVNL. Subsequently, there was a share purchase agreement, and now in that particular company, RVNL is having a share of 25%.
25%. Got it. Sure. So my second question is on the investments which we've done. So we have a couple of subsidiaries for the Kutch Railway and for the railways to connectivity to the ports. So till date, what are the investments we have done and how much more needs to be invested?
Okay. So there have been some developments in this basically SPVs. So you allow me to speak because there are some positive developments and there are some other kind of developments.
Sure.
So let me start with the positive development. See, there was a very big issue in connection with the GST. So Railway Board, Ministry of Railway in September 2023 advised and that from FY23-24 onwards, IR would transfer a portion revenue to SPVs inclusive of GST. This was slightly affected, not slightly, it was affecting all the SPVs. Then in November 23, the Finance Directorate of the Railway Board, Accounts Directorate, directed to SPVs to raise invoices for October 23 onwards on user fee and apportion revenue as per the guidelines that payment can be arranged accordingly, and they asked us to raise invoices.
Okay.
The total repercussion of the GST in the SPV company Krishnapatnam, Bharuch, Dahej, Haridaspur, Angul, Sukinda were around 1,500 crores in 1 year, more than 1,500 crores. And RVNL is having a share of varying from 30% to 50%. So the repercussion would have been more than 650 to 700 crores. Now what has happened is that all the SPVs, RVNL piloted this, and we made the joint representation to Ministry of Railways. Ministry of Railways, again they wrote to the GST Council, and I am very happy to inform all the investors that during the 53rd GST Council, they exempted GST on the transactions between SPVs and Ministry of Railways. It was a very big achievement on behalf of RVNL and for all the SPVs because it had a repercussion of 1,500 crores in these 5 SPVs, and we jointly represented, and the GST Council also agreed, and they exempted the transaction between the SPVs and the Ministry of Railways. So this is one positive development. The second development which I just wanted to tell you is regarding the Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited. There was an arbitration case pending before the Honorable Tribunal. The tribunal basically comprised of the Justice Sudarshan Reddy, Justice Ravindran, and Mr. Rakesh Chopra. He was the ex-Secretary to Government of India, Ministry of Railways. So basically there were 4 claims which was filed by KRCL, Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited, where we have got a share of 49.74%. So the terminal cost, we had a claim of 475 crores, and the tribunal had given the award of 337.57 crores. They have basically the claim for the terminal cost 15/11/2008 to 39/2012. They have rejected as barred by the limitation. Then the interest part, they have given the interest of 246.65 crores, and we had demanded for 18%, and we had asked from 1/1/2010. They have given from 15/6/2018. So what I want to tell you is that these are the awards which have been given by the Honorable Tribunal. They have not considered the award of the apportionment of the sidings, and we feel that we should have got it because Ministry of Railway had agreed from 2017 onwards, and 2017 now, prior to November 2017, they should have also considered it. So it is a kind of a not very good and excellent, but good award of 584 crores. Further course of action by Ministry of Railway or KRCL will be intimated to the stock exchange or the investors in due course of time, but we have got a relief of 584 crores.
Got it.
The SPVs, we have got 5 number of SPVs: Kutch Rail Company Limited, Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited, Bharuch, Dahej, and then Haridaspur, Angul, Sukinda. So all have been commissioned. Now it is time to get the fruit. Execution part is more or less over, but it is now the time to get the fruits out of this SPVs in time to come. And subsidiary, we have got the 100% subsidiary, that is the HSRC Infra Services. Then we have got a road project, Mahakali Paradip Road Vikas Limited, RVNL Infra South Africa, RVNL Infra Middle East, Oman, RVNL Middle East Contracting LLC Dubai, Rail Vikas Nigam Limited LLC Uzbekistan.
Sure. So sir, my question is, I understand, we'll be reaping the benefits in future.
21 number of SPVs, come JVs, come subsidiaries, come associates.
Got it. So sir, I just wanted to understand, how much amount we have invested till date in this SPVs or subsidiaries.
How much amount we have invested?
In the form of equity investments which we have done.
The railway SPVs, the Kutch Rail, Bharuch, Dahej, Krishnapatnam, Haridaspur, Angul, Sukinda, we have invested around 1,520 crores.
And anything more to be invested or it's done?
No. No more, because more or less it is completed. The Angul Sukinda, there is a proposal of making a Tata connectivity, and that is being funded by a different financial model, and the cost is borne by Tata. So that particular project, will be executed in next 2 years' time, but it will not be loaded on RVNL, and there is no equity infusion, further equity infusion to be made in Angul Sukinda railway line.
Got it. So, sir, just one clarification. So, in total, we have invested in the railway SPVs closer to 1,520 crore, and for Vande Bharat, our share is closer to 205 crore. So, totally, we have invested closer to 1,700 odd crores plus. Is the understanding right?
There are 21 number of SPVs. We do not have that kind of breakup, but yes, we have got 21 number of SPVs come, the JVs come subsidiaries, and that breakup is not immediately available, but I can tell you what is the kind of share which we are having in the various SPVs or JV or subsidiaries and associates.
So I'll take it offline. I'll give a call and I'll take it offline. And then lastly, in terms of cash in bank, what is our share of cash in bank? The cash balances which we have.
Yeah. We have around 2,000 crores in bank, which we use as a working capital.
Got it. Sure, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Himanshu from NVS Brokerage. Please go ahead. Hello, Mr. Himanshu.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Namaskar, bataiye.
Yeah, my question is, sir, very simple. At the outset, I think the last year you had a wonderful year and you performed exceedingly well. Now, looking to this order book which you describe of 80,000 crore, 83,000 crore plus, and the difficulties in terms of, I would say that only execution because of external factors. So, do we assume that, in the current year, you will be able to make up for the lost ground for the Q1, and overall, we will have something like 25,000 crore plus kind of a top line and matching profitability?
In the beginning of the financial year, in this very forum, we had the RVNL management has said that we will achieve 22,000 crores plus, and we are still hopeful, and we should be able to do it, 22,000 crores.
Okay.
Plenty of thoughts are there. As I said, the execution was a problem in the Q1.
Correct.
Sorry. And Himanshuji, you also must be very busy in the election quarter, watching all the time the election.
Correct.
It has impacted. All the investors must be we were also very busy in that.
Absolutely. You are right, sir. Definitely. Fine. So then I think, the amount of work which needs to be done remains in the railway sector should see your, the border book swell further during the course of the year.
See, in first quarter, I had tried to explain that, we were earlier executing only the railway infrastructure projects, and the first contract we got in October 2021. So it is not even 3 years.
Right.
But we have transitioned from the role of contract manager to contractor. And for your information, till date, we have participated in 328 bids, costing around 1.70 lakh crores.
Oh.
328 bids, we have participated in 176 in civil engineering, 79 in electrical, 71 in S&T, 2 mechanical. And in FY24-25, because of maybe the election quarter, the number of bids got slowed down. So only 57 tenders were there where we could participate, and they kept on basically extending the time of opening, date of opening, and now things should be in place. See, as I said in the beginning that we are in transition from Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to Amrit Kal. And there is going to be an investment of 25 lakhs crore.
Correct.
In only railway sector.
Correct.
The present model share in the country is, how much is there? It is only 26%.
Correct. Correct.
The government of India's plan is that the logistic cost has to come down from 16% to 8%. There has to be a thrust on the railway infrastructure. Only 2 days back, there were 8 number of projects which got sanctioned, costing around 25,000 crores for new lines covering a length of around 800 kilometers.
Correct.
So what I want to tell you is that there will not be a problem in the orders.
Correct.
Execution could be a problem, but we have got the proven track record. We have executed in the past, and we are fully aware that the technical problems are resolved technically, and we have done in the past. We will do it in future. The Maldives project was a marine project. For the first time, we were executing the overseas project, and that too in marine sector.
Correct.
You will be surprised to know that in 4 months, we could reclaim 22.5 hectares of land in that particular country. And everybody got surprised that how come RVNL has done this.
Correct.
For the first time, we entered into the market through Indore Metro, and probably that became the fastest metro in the country.
Correct.
So don't worry about this. We are technically very, very competent, and we are aware about our responsibilities. We are working on it. We have got a very elaborate review system, and we keep on talking, discussing, and the problems are resolved technically. Technical problems are getting resolved technically.
Correct. Sir, congratulations very much, and I am really excited by the amount of confidence which you have shown. Once again, congratulations, and best wishes for the new year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Himanshu. Thank you, Himanshu.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sandeep Sudodia from Shivam Denmark Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. And RVNL seems to be doing a great job when it comes to execution and being in the public face. I'm from Kolkata, and I see RVNL executing the metro project almost at every crossing and corner. Now coming to the question, sir, is basically the queries relating to top line, bottom line have been addressed by you in the previous question. There is a little bit of a concern with respect to our JVs and SPVs. The contribution of these JVs and SPVs to our bottom line has either stagnated or shown a sharp decline. Could this be basically because of the GST issue? And if that is what it is, can we hope to make it up in the coming quarters since the GST issue has been resolved?
See, let me explain. संदीप जी, सबसे पहले नमस्कार आपको. आप कलकत्ता से हैं. मेरी अपनी जिंदगी की बहुत सारे साल मैंने कलकत्ता में गुजारे हैं. So, aware this Calcutta Metro project, we are doing it, and Q1 numbers for Kolkata Metro got a decline from 838 crores to 291 crores. There was a difference of roughly 450 crores in only Kolkata Metro, and it was only because of the traffic clearances, the approvals, because the contractors are there, the site is available. Only thing is that permission has to be given. For one small permission, they take a few months, years, but their underground metro construction, which was not taking shape, now we have got the approvals. Now you must be aware, you must be seeing the newspaper that we have already started doing construction in Park Street Metro Station, Victoria Metro Station, then the shaft location near St. Thomas. So things are now going forward. Now coming to this few other projects which we have taken in the bidding in Kolkata area. We have taken a project of Sitarampur bypass, where we are constructing the rail over rail bridge and the crossing of yards without interfering. That is one of the very challenging projects. Then NHI project, that is the Ona Expressway. There were some disputes between NHI. Now all have been resolved. We are on the ground. We are working. Now utility shifting, etc. Everything is in place. Now your question was that the top line and the bottom line. I had explained that in the beginning of the financial year, we had said that the top line will be around 22,000 crores. We would like to...
No, so that has already been addressed by you.
There's another question which you have said about the JV.
The other one also, the contribution of our SPVs and JVs to our bottom line has either stagnated or shown a decline. Is that because of the GST issue? And if that is it, and the GST issue has been resolved, can we hope to have better...
The railway SPVs, regarding the railway SPVs, the GST issue is totally resolved. And as I said, it could have resulted into a 1,500 crores loss for all the railway infrastructure SPVs, where RVNL could have a share of around 600 plus crores, which during the 53rd GST Council meeting, they have given the clearance. So that has been very well taken care of. Regarding the other SPVs and the JVs where we are working.
Sir, I'll rephrase that question. We had a bottom line contribution of approximately 105 crores from our...
To appreciate one more thing, that the financial, basically billing cycle. See, what happens that suppose we are executing an electrical work. Now, you have purchased the electric cables, and unless you execute it, you will not get the turnover, you will not get the money from the client.
Right. Hello?
Yes, SPVs have stopped the billings.
Because of the court cases and GST being inclusive, the SPVs have not billed to the railways. So while that is progressing, some payments are yet to be realized. Therefore, because of the GST issue, things have improved, and there were some local variations because of Krishnapatnam iron ore for export has declined and so on. But the GST issue itself being...
it's a big issue, sir, yes.
That will add to quite a bit.
Sir, do we hope to have a comparative bottom line from the SPVs in the current financial year as last year?
Yes, I mean, last year we had, the SPVs had contributed significantly, and I think the same level will remain in the coming year.
That's of a great relief, sir. So the other question is that we have participated and we have also been successful in other projects overseas. If I remember, it was either Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan, which was $2.8 billion. And also with Jackson Green, with regard to green energy projects. Have we made any progress there, and do we hope that it will translate to work on the ground? Apart from Maldives, any other project that is likely to take off soon, overseas projects?
The two Jackson Green projects, one in Uzbekistan and another in Saudi Arabia, they are, in fact, the Uzbekistan project is underway significantly, and RVNL Jackson Green project. And the other one is also in the process of going ahead, orders are being placed. And these have very short completion periods of around 11 months. Because of that, the return most of it will come at the end of this year.
So that is very great.
I would like to tell you that, we had started bidding in only 2021 later part, and the first order we got in October 2021, so we are not even 3 years old in the market. But and earlier we were doing only typical railway infrastructures under Ministry of Railways. Now I'll tell you where exactly we have got the presence. We have got branch offices in Maldives and Abu Dhabi. We have got a Rail Vikas Nigam Limited LLC wholly owned subsidiary in Uzbekistan. This was incorporated on 1st August 2024. Then we have got RVNL Middle East Contracting LLC, wholly owned subsidiary of RVNL in Dubai, incorporated on 26 2024. Then we have got RVNL Infra Middle East, wholly owned subsidiary of RVNL in Sultanate of Oman, incorporated on 4/4/2024. We have got the RVNL Infra South Africa. Again, it is wholly owned subsidiary of RVNL, incorporated sometime in the beginning of 2024. Then following offices are also under process. For example, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and then we had earlier made a subsidiary, we made basically SPV in the crate industry. So you try to appreciate this. The company which was earlier executing only typical railway infrastructures have spread at too many locations, and we are trying to diversify. We are opening the various verticals. We were not in the business of manufacturing. Now we have entered into the business of manufacturing. We have entered into the transmissions line. We have entered into the municipality, the big value contract. So what is RDSS? RDSS is a basically revamped, reform-based and results-linked distribution sector scheme. So what I am saying is that we are diversifying. We had earlier received the orders in Himachal Pradesh State Electricity Board. So what I want to tell you is that we are looking for the opportunities wherever we can participate, wherever we can spread our wings, and we can get the works and execute and maintain the bottom line.
Sir, we have been closely following the horizontal growth of RVNL in the last 2-3 years, and like you said, in just 3 years' time, we've probably now 45,000 crores from the market, our order book. And it's very heartening to see the horizontal growth of RVNL probably is much more than the vertical growth. And with horizontal growth, it is bound to contribute to top line, bottom line, sometime going into the future. So that is much appreciated, sir. And also that these short-term orders will contribute to the financials within the current financial year. So just one last question is that we hear a lot about this the bullet train project, and I know that the National High Speed Rail Corporation of India is a subsidiary of RVNL. So, which is executing.
You first complete the question, then I'll tell you.
So, what is the financial contribution that RVNL can expect from the execution of the bullet train project, the current one, as well as the other 2 or 3 projects which are planned going into the future?
See, the National High Speed Rail Corporation Limited is not the subsidiary of RVNL. RVNL has a subsidiary named HSRCL. That is the High Speed Rail Company Limited. And this HSRC was involved in doing the pre-feasibility and feasibility studies. And we had undertaken around 10,000 kilometers of feasibility studies, pre-feasibility studies. That is the 4 metro cities, the 4 sites and the 2 diagonals. And these reports were submitted around 7-8 years back, 8-9 years back. And then when the execution part came up, then Government of India decided that we will have a separate company, and accordingly they formed a company named NHSRCL. RVNL has got no linkage with NHSRCL. HSRCL, we have got a subsidiary. And since you are talking about the bullet train, by 2047, there is a likelihood of having 10,000 kilometers of high-speed railway network in the country. And when these projects come up, for which the pre-feasibility studies was done by RVNL about 7-8 years back, RVNL will definitely play a significant role in execution and implementation.
That's very heartening to know. Sir, since RVNL has now gone into production, like you said, which is basically rolling stock, as we call it, and rolling stock is the next big, as far as railways is concerned, that's the next big opportunity, because it's, it will happen continuously. Are we restricting ourselves to just the Vande Bharat, or are we open to orders from overseas countries, since we are now going to have experience in manufacturing?
We had earlier participated in a bid in Mauritius Metro, the LRT, and there also we had tied up with some foreign companies for supply of the basically rakes. So we are in constant touch with the various companies. We are looking for the opportunities, and whenever we get the opportunities, we will look into this, we will enter into that. There is absolutely no problem. We are highly flexible. We are focused and flexible. And only because of this virtue, this company is totally different, and it makes it further different with respect to the other companies, other PSUs.
Fine, sir. Though there are many questions, but I will let it rest here. giving opportunity to others. Thank you very much, sir, and we are looking forward to a very bright future with the company.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, we would like to remind participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Rajkumar Dixit, who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
There are questions we have falling in bottom line basically. So margin particularly, the margin, net profit margin, what I have seen is 4.5% something. So that is very,
राजकुमार दीक्षित जी, मैं समझ गया आपका आवाज उतना क्लियर नहीं है, but you are talking about the margins. So let me explain that earlier we were having the fixed margins when we were executing the railway infrastructure projects. We are still having railway infrastructure projects where the margins will be as per the revenue stream. But as far as the projects which we are taking from the market, the margins would vary. In the previous quarter's investors meet, I had clarified that the Maldives project and the Indore Metro project, the first overseas project and the first Indian project, which we had secured through the bidding, they had resulted into the margins which were more than the margins which we used to get from the nomination. So, and I can tell you one more thing, that there would be some projects which would be more challenging, the margins may not be there, but there would be some lucrative projects where the margins will be slightly better. So it will be a mix. Only thing is that we'll have to apply mind, we'll have to bid accordingly, we have to execute accordingly. Challenges are there, but we are working on this to maintain the bottom line.
Sir, so in that scenario, the growth in bottom line looks would be stagnant, or I don't see much growth in bottom line that way.
See, you please try to appreciate this. As I said, we have got an order book of around 83,000 crores plus. So, when you execute the project, the bottom line will also get basically reflected.
I think I'll add to this. There are, as mentioned by Rajesh ji earlier, there are several works for which transmission and distribution works of the railways in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, where we have procured material for the entire year's production, but we will be paid only on the basis of billing on execution, which will mean that especially that's around 4,000 crore of work. So that should help us in increasing our bottom line there as well. And thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sir. One more thing I would like to say on behalf of my, because I am a retail investor and I want to say thanks to the whole RVNL team for giving such a wonderful return in last 3 years. I am invested in last 3 years. So I want to say thanks from all my friends and relatives and from my.
It's heartening to hear, and you keep doing well, we keep doing well and taking you forward.
Actually, I want to take this opportunity to say thanks. That is the reason I joined, sir. Thank you so much. And I'm confident, sir, you will do a wonder, sir.
Thanks. Even today we have come back from the docks as if it were.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right. Vishalji, can we conclude? It is already 45 minutes over. It's over now.
I think they have.
We can conclude. Yeah, that is.
Thank you, Vishal.
Thank you, Vishalji.
Yeah, Siddhant, we can conclude. Yeah.
Sure. On behalf of Railway Vikas Nigam Limited, we thank you for joining the call, and you may now disconnect your lines.
Definitely,